and thanks for watching this quick video tutorial on VA IRRRL benefits. We could also call these VA streamline benefits, but we're going to refer to the interest rate reduction refinance loan today by its proper acronym, and that is an IRRRL. So, number one, there is no appraisal or any sort of home value test required when you're doing an IRRRL. According to VA guidelines, that is, you don't have to do that. Okay? VA just does not care what your home value is or what your LTV is. And we'll explain why that is in just a moment. First of all, your loan to value ratio or your LTV, you basically take your loan amount and you divide that by your home value. So let's say, for example, I'm going to pull out my calculator here right now. Let's just say I have a loan and I'm going to borrow $200,000. My refinance is going to be for $200,000, but my home is only worth $150,000 because I've lost some equity. That's 133% loan to value. Some lenders may tell you, well, we won't do it. We won't do it if your loan to value is over 100%. Basically, if you owe more on your home loan than what your house is worth, we're not going to do it. Well, that's not the case with us, and that's not the case with the VA. The VA does not care about your loan to value. Now, why would a lender have a requirement over and beyond what the VA requires? They have every right in the world to become stricter. They cannot be looser, but they can be stricter than what the VA requires. Now, let's go to our next slide. Another benefit of the IRRRL refinance is it's a very fast loan process. Believe it or not, this is a loan that can be done in as fast as 10 days. There is very little documentation from the veteran that is needed. So when we talk about less paperwork or less documentation, we're talking about a much faster process. You don't need W-2s or pay stubs. Like I said, there's no appraisal needed. We just don't need to get into inspections and pest inspections or any of those things. Okay? Another thing is the temporary pause on your mortgage payments. This is a benefit. It's an unintended benefit, if you will. The VA does not let you do the IRRRL refinance simply to defer mortgage payments. Matter of fact, they're pretty strict on even advertising that this is a benefit of the IRRRL. That's why I go to great lengths to make sure you understand it is an unintended benefit. And it happens on FHA loans and conventional loans. It's simply how refinances work. And the way it's possible, well, first of all, let's talk about the fact that when you do defer payments, the new loan amount increases. So the cost of your loan will go up. Now, you don't have to defer payments. Talk to your lender. Hopefully you're talking to low VA rates, and we can explain to you how to do a refinance without the deferment of your payments. However, most of the people that we talk to want to be able to, defer those payments. And as I suggested, this is not a reason in and of itself to do a VA IRRRL. It just happens to be an unintended benefit. All right? We've already talked about the fact that there's no income or employment verification. That's that whole slide that we talked about. No paperwork or less paperwork equals faster speed. You don't have to prove that you have a job. You don't have to prove that you have sufficient income. We've talked about this less paperwork, but I'm going to mention it again. That's probably one of the biggest reasons why we love doing VA streamline loans here at low VA rates. Who wants stress? Nobody does. All this stuff over here about your monthly income, your financial details, you did that when you bought your home or when you did your last cash out refinance. Because a IRRRL is simply lowering your payment most of the time, unless you're going from an ARM to a fixed. Generally speaking, your payment or your term is decreasing, and there's just no need to go through all of the heavy lifting. Here's the main benefit. We're talking about benefits of the IRRRL today. The main benefit is lower interest rates and lower payments. That's why the majority of the people call us. They want to drop their rate. And right now, because of Brexit, because of an uncertain political future here around election time, there's a lot of reasons why interest rates have stayed low and are likely going to go even lower, according to some economists. When you drop your rate, your payment normally drops, unless, of course, you're going to lower your term. So there's a lot of benefits to doing the VA IRRRL. The biggest one is lowering that payment. Anyhow, make sure you figure out what kind of loan you have right now. It's important to determine what your current loan type is. If you have a VA mortgage on your property today, then we can help you out. And before you call us, you should probably also figure out what your interest rate is. The reason why your interest rate is so important, well, it's one of the first questions our loan specialists are going to ask you when you call us up or when you reach out to us. And then finally, you're going to have to get some documentation together, a copy of your ID, probably a driver's license, maybe a passport. We're going to want a copy of your homeowner's insurance and some things like that. But ultimately, it's 3 to 4 pieces of information which you should have readily available at your home. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for reading the blog. And if you have a VA loan and would like to lower your rate and possibly your payment, please give us a call. Thank you.